it's good to be back up with you, Pax. Excited to see our War Dogs, see if we can get back on track tonight.
Definitely so. Congratulations to the Lady Wardog softball. They had a great year.
Yep.
I watched you, listened to you, watched you online. So thank you to Wardog TV for broadcasting those games for us. And it's a big one here tonight. Really, a big one in the War Dogs really need to win 4 in a row to control their own destiny. Right now they're sitting 0-2 in the district, and probably 2 of the top 3 teams they've already played, and so you got to go take care of business on the field, and you'll be able to find yourself back in that playoff position tonight. For those of you tuning in tonight, you're going to see something a little different tonight. It's going to be the headgear of the War Dogs.
So you picked it out. I didn't tell you either, did
No,
I?
you did not tell me. So we got here, and the War Dogs in all black, which we've seen the different color combinations, but the War Dogs have on white helmets with War Dogs in script written on the side. And I'm an old school guy, but Coach, I think they look good.
Well, and I'll tell you something, fun fact about those. That is not a brand new set of helmets, right? These are a new thing. And they're called skulls, and they actually fit over the traditional blue helmets that we have. There's a little bit of hardware that go in there, but it makes it look like a brand new helmet.
Yeah, it does. They look really good, and probably nobody more old school maybe than me and my son Jacob. And I sent him the picture, and he said he loved them. They looked awesome. So 2 thumbs up from us tonight on the helmets, and I was talking to Coach Mercer on the sideline earlier, and he was telling us, hey, that's a cover, because I was like, man. Coach Davis came into Monday that he bought a whole bunch of brand new helmets. We must have won the lottery.
Yeah, it's just so cool how it's how the equipment game's evolved, right? I mean, we see it in major Division I football, the multiple uniform combinations. And look, do you have to have 4 different uniforms to be successful? Absolutely not. Is it fun and cool, and does it get the kids fired up? Absolutely, it does. But so what's really neat about this combination tonight, I think, is you got the more current black alternative, and then you throw it back to the old school. Miami used to wear white helmets. They used to wear white helmets with the stripe and with the old school cursive script War Dogs. I love the look personally. I hope the fans enjoy it too. Yeah. I know the kids were excited about them.
So do like colleges, like Oklahoma, when they go to alternate helmets, is that just a cover as well? Or do they have different helmets?
I guarantee you that outfit, with those budgets and those athletic departments and football programs,
they probably got all different helmets.
They got a full set of helmets, yeah.
Well, things are changing so much in college football. I saw this week that Utah bought all of their scholarship players a brand new Dodge Ram truck.
Can you imagine?
Man,
that's the world of athletics we live in. The NLI is a real thing, and it is alive.
Coach, we got a good one here tonight. This is one the War Dogs really should be favored to win. Skiatook comes in 1-4, and so their one win is against Tulsa Hale, and unfortunately Tulsa Hale has lost several in a row. They have not had a win in a couple of years. So War Dogs come out tonight, and they should be able to take care of business. We need to see the War Dog offense that we saw back weeks 1 through 4 show up again tonight and run the ball right at them, which I think they should be able to do that against the Skiatook defense. Skiatook also wants to run the ball. They're going to return to number 22, Ian Long. He's their main ball carrier. Quarterback for Skiatook is Jaden Orth. His favorite receiver is James Thompson. But like I said, Skiatook's a little bit like Miami. They're going to want to line up. They want to run it right at you. They're going to run counters and powers, and they want to move the ball on the ground. When they have thrown it, they've had a little trouble at times with interceptions. So hopefully that'll continue tonight as the War Dogs can get some turnovers. War Dogs will be receiving tonight, Coach. I don't know if you saw the coin flip there. We will be receiving the ball and moving toward the scoreboard. And War Dogs have now come onto the field, and you can see them there, the all black with the white helmets, War Dogs scripted on the side, Skiatook with the red helmets, white jerseys, and the black pants. And, Coach, we are ready for action, and the War Dogs are taking the field. Coach, what's Seth's status tonight?
So Seth is out tonight. We've got a little bit of fear, if I'm being honest with you, that we may have had a little bit more damage in that shoulder. So playing it safe tonight, holding him out. You will not see him in any circumstance. Okay. And then, next Tuesday, we're hoping to get some more answers to see what the next few weeks hold. So, but no, a lot of Hunter Nichols tonight, a lot of Braylon Riley, Kyler Walker, Sam Willard in the running game.
Yes.
That's the great thing about us. One of our guys is down. We have several more that can step up and do great things. And, I'm excited to see the running game get going again, the offense get going. We're going to get points on the board early and often. But I will say this, I'd watch Skiatook tonight trying anything to try to find a win.
Yep. All right, and we are underway. A high kick. We'll be taking about the 20, 25.
Got the alley here.
All right, he's up. He tripped over the grass monster, and he had a chance for a big return.
Yeah.
That was Braylon Riley, just got tripped up. But Wardogs will start out with great field position as they will take over ball at their own 42.
Yeah, Coach, what just huge crowd here today. The Hall of Fame luncheon was fabulous. The reception, we had probably 100 to 150 people stop in and congratulate our Hall of Famers, and just adds just a little bit more juice to an already fun home environment that we're fortunate to have here.
All right, Wardogs come out, 2 receivers to either side, one back in the backfield with Lillard. They're going to throw it on first down. And that's actually going to be, he's still on his feet, was hit in the backfield, broke a tackle, and he's going to fight up for about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, again, with the black jerseys, as good as they look, it's not great for live broadcasting because once the numbers get on the other sideline, it's hard to see.
If you're on the Skiatook sideline, I'm going to have a hard time picking up numbers. And I ain't wore my glasses tonight. Wardogs will pick up about 2 on the little spot pass, going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Just underway here at Robertson Field. It's homecoming night. Big crowd here tonight. Homecoming crowd and also Hall of Fame weekend. Wardogs come out with trips to the left and the ball up inside to Nichols. He bounces outside. He's out across the 50, and he will pick up a first down as they move right, as well brought down right at the 50.
Yeah, and Coach, it's finally for the first time this season football weather.
It finally is.
Finally.
It's nice, cool weather. All right, Wardogs pick up a first down. Nichols on the good carry right there.
Yeah, and that's what we need to be able to do. We got to win up front, dominate up front all night, avoid penalties, avoid negative plays.
Yes.
Definitely don't turn the ball over, and I think we're going to be okay.
It's going to be
Big
Nichols up again.
There. Yeah.
And
really
across
nice.
the 40. 15,
Nice.
16, 17-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I think you come out and establish just the physicality early and just try to take any hope that they may have of hanging around.
Yeah.
I just think it's so important, Coach. What do you think? What do you say?
Definitely so. That's 16 yards there on first down. So back-to-back carries, and that's almost 30 for Nichols. Wardogs now moving quickly. They're down to the Skiatook 34-yard line on their initial possession of the ball game. Skiatook in the 3-man defensive line.
Well, 3-3 stack, Coach.
Yep.
Good pull there by Sam.
Lillard around the left side across the 30.
Yeah, nicely done.
He lowers his head and plows up to about the 25. Going to give him about 8 on the first down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Saw a really nice reach block there by Josiah Barley, too, setting the edge. That was nicely done there. Good-looking play.
All right. Wardogs putting together a first good-looking drive here tonight.
Yeah, 3-3 stack looks like they're kind of picking where they're wanting to send right now. Looks like that'd be the Sam backer. Yeah, they're just shooting gaps, and we had a good play called against that blitz.
That's Lillard. He's inside the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10. Brought down about the 7 or 8 yard line. Another good run. Wardog picking up huge chunks of yardage, all of it on the ground so far.
Yeah, Coach, that was that field side blitz, and we ran that right into the boundary, and it's just a perfect play call against that look defensively.
Actually going to say Sam stepped out right about the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. Ball right at the 10 for the Wardogs. Impressive opening drive tonight for Miami.
Got to get a payoff, though, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to come down here and start to do things negatively. Finish this drive right here, just like we did against Cushing.
Yep.
And jump on them early, and start to establish that.
Lillard rolling out. He's got a guy open. Almost. He threw it a little bit behind him. Almost picked off.
Yeah, that would have been a huge play for
because he might have had a pick 6 right there. Because he steps in front of that, he's probably going all the way. Wardog's first pass attempt goes incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd down and goal for the Wardogs. Ball at the 10-yard line. Initial possession here for the Wardogs. Wardogs won last year at Skiatook, 56-35. Kind of wild contest last year.
It was crazy. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's like we felt like we got to control the game. They came back with a big play. Crazy game.
All right. Wardogs got trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Nichols in the backfield with Lillard. Lillard around the right side to the 10. He's going to cut back, and he's going to get inside the 5, down to about the 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal. Wardogs need to punch this one in. It's like you said, kind of send a message here early.
Yeah, see Chris Kelly coming in, so you're going to see diamond formation, or you're going to see 21 personnel, the 2 back, 1 tight end with Chris Kelly. So a little bit of power set here. I don't think you're going to see anything fancy. You're going to see quarterback power, or they're going to give the ball to Nichols and see if Hunter can punch one in for us here.
All right. They're going to actually take him down about the 4. So third and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. 9:03 left in the first quarter. Wardogs on their first possession. Like I said, 2 backs in the backfield with Nichols. And the ball to Nichols. He's bouncing around the outside. He is not going to get in. He's going to be brought down really about the 4. So decision time here for Coach Gardner. 4th and goal, ball right about the 4-yard line.
So I just heard Cowboys, so that's the big set. So I think you're going to get probably that diamond look here, maybe.
Kyler Walker coming into the game. Ball just about the 4-yard line. So Wardogs now 4th and goal, ball at the 4. All to the ground, all of this drive picked up on the ground. 1 incomplete pass on 1st down and 10.
Oh, wow. Different look here with that personnel. I think we're going to throw the ball here.
Yep. You got somebody wide open. And it is thrown, it is caught. That's
Garrett Walls.
That's Garrett Walls. Touchdown Walls. That's a 4-yard pass on 4th and goal.
Nicely done.
Lillard connects to Walls. The Wardogs punch it in, and they take the lead here 6-0. 8:03 left in the first quarter.
Nice design there, Coach.
Yep, nice design right there.
A little late leak.
A little bit a different look of a formation there, kind of a tight end with a wing look.
Yep.
And Wardogs punch it in, and they take the early lead 6-0. Douthat on for the extra point. Snap, the hold, the kick. Kind of a line drive, but it's up and it's good. And so the Wardogs take the early lead, 7-0.
Yeah, great start there. It's exactly what you want on homecoming. You win the toss. If you win the toss and you say, I want the ball, you're anticipated to go score.
Yeah.
Or at least get change field position right out the gate. So it's just a perfect start. Now hopefully we can pin them deep on this kick, and then the defense can come out and get after them a little bit here early.
Right. We want to thank tonight's live sponsor is the Stables Casino.
That's right.
Stables Casino has great food and daily specials at the Winter Circle Restaurant, sports night and drinks. We've got you covered at the Naughty Trough Bar with 11 high-definition TVs, 108-inch video wall. Come over some uptown excitement with hometown hospitality.
Yeah, Byron Long, the GM from the Stables Casino, will be joining us here live in the booth during the third quarter. So Byron is a youth football coach right now, coaching his son, I believe, who's a first grader. So can you imagine? He's just now getting started, Coach. You've raised your kids. I'm in the middle of mine, and he's right back in youth ball. And then also has a daughter who's an 8th grader. So two kids in the school system. They're massive supporters of everything we do, and I can't thank Byron Long and his family and the Stables Casino, and then obviously they're an entity of the Modoc Tribe who we've had up here before as our sponsor. So thank you to those guys.
And there's the kick, taking about the 18-yard line. Good coverage right there. Oh, still on his feet. Breaking free.
Wow,
poor tackling by the Wardogs.
Yeah, that's what we didn't want, right?
And they're going to end up, what should have been tackled about the 20-yard line is going to be all the way down into Wardog territory, about the 44-yard line. And we have a late flag on the play, so we'll see what that is.
That's one of those deals where when you're the trailer, you're the second or third guy, you're like, okay, he's got him, and you kind of assume it, and then he breaks free. So, not a great job of tackling there. That we gave them an extra 30 to 35 yards on that return. It looks like we're going to have a sideline warning against Miami.
So that's not going to be anything marked off, but the next one it will be. So big kickoff return there for the Bulldogs. They're going to take over at the Wardog 44-yard line.
We'll see how aggressive they try to be here. I call that a big play. So sometimes you try to go big play after another big play. Maybe try to do a play action if whatever their favorite trick play is. See if it comes here right out the gate.
All right. They're going to hand the ball up inside, and he's going to be wrapped up after about 2 or 3 yard gain there. That's Ian Long, number 22. He's the running back. Jaden Orth, number 1. He's the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Our favorite receiver is number 15, James Thompson. Also receivers Gabe Beatty and Eric Rogers for the Bulldogs. Give him 3 on first down. Hand the ball up inside again, and he's hit right about the 40-yard line. Pick up about 2. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
It looks like Chris Kelly on the initial contact there. Good job by Chris filling the gap. A little tempo here by the Bulldogs. True 12 personnel. They're going to run the football out of this.
All right.
We're trying to get us on a
drop. Drops back. We're going to have a hold at the backfield.
Good job there.
And Worth's going to run for it, and he's going to be brought down at the 39. We'll see what the penalty is here. Wardogs probably will take this, I would guess.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Coach. Do you like fourth and 6 here, or do you like third and I don't know about 19?
I probably like third and 19.
I would agree.
Yeah, they don't throw it real well.
Yeah,
they and like I said, they've had a little bit of trouble with at times Worth being picked off. He's just a sophomore.
And what I like about this, it's going to be third and 16.
Yeah.
I like about this now, if they don't get any positive plays, now they're probably more prone to punt. But where they were at, maybe
fourth and
down.
5, they're going for it there, yeah. All right, Wardog going to back him up after the holding call, so defense needs to step up. It's Wardog defense that's played well all year long.
Well, they want to go fast, don't they?
Yeah,
I mean, they're
that's
really
completed, and he's going to be brought down. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 8.
Almost about what it was without the penalty, right? It's going to be about 4th and about 6.
That is Eric Rogers on the reception, Worth 2 Rogers.
So here we go. First big play on defense. 4th and 7.
Call it 4th and 7. Ball at the Wardog 42. So first big play of the night.
No huddle. Again, they haven't huddled yet. Everything's being called from the sideline. It's like, now this is the slowest they've been so far, probably because it is a 4th down play.
Yeah.
But just need to know the sticks here. If you're in the secondary, you got to be able to wrap up and tackle.
All right, Worth gets it, drop straight back. He's going to be sacked from behind,
nice
all
job.
The way back in, across the 50.
I think that's Garrett Walls on an outside left backer blitz.
All right.
Wow, good job there.
Number 10, that is Walls on the big sack. So Walls having a big game, already a touchdown pass tonight, and he sacks Worth on 4th down, and Wardogs will take over. Ball already inside Skiatook territory. It's going to take over 1st and 10 right at the 49-yard line.
Now with the flip side, that's a turnover. Do you go big play here?
Play action pass, throw it over the top.
Yeah,
do
you try to get Sumapong or Braylon Riley or Garrett Walls open here? So
I'm thinking right along with you, same way, Coach. 1st and 10 for the Wardogs, 6:18 left in the first quarter. Wardogs up. Litter drops back.
That ball looked like it got tipped, like maybe his hand got hit.
It's kind of an out route right there. That was to Walls over his head. It's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wardogs. Wardogs here with an early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, I got to continue to play well, continue to build, keep your foot on the gas pedal here.
All right, Wardogs have trips to the left, one receiver to the top, one back in the backfield with Lillard.
Coach, they're shooting gaps every single.
All right,
big old play here, big play. Oh, had a chance.
Still on his feet.
Good job. Yeah, Coach, they're taking those 3 linebackers. They're shooting gaps literally every snap. I don't think there's been a snap where they haven't taken off on blitzes, just trying to plug holes, similar to what Tulsa McLean did last week.
Yeah.
Maybe they've watched film and decided we can try to do the same thing because they stymied us, obviously, last week.
All right, 9 yards on 2nd down for Nichols. Going to bring up 3rd down and less than a yard for the Wardogs. Ball just inside the 40. Lillard keeps it up inside. Now bouncing outside. He's got the 1st down out across the 35. Going to go down right there. So Wardogs do pick up the 1st down. Move the change. And a rapidly moving first quarter. 5:36 left in the first quarter. Wardogs up 7-0. Big crowd here tonight. It's homecoming. All the homecoming festivities were done earlier before the game.
Yeah, congratulations to our brand new homecoming queen, Miss Gabby Raymond, and our homecoming king, Isaiah Catt. Two great seniors, great kids. Oh, goodness.
All right, that's Nichols, and he is hit in the backfield, and though they did blow that one up, that's going to be about a 4-yard loss. Wardogs now they can move it back into a 5-yard loss. Nichols almost really just blew up the mesh point right there.
Yeah, that was just obviously a stunt call that was either a bust assignment up front or literally just one more than we had ready to block.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Wardogs. Ball at the Skiatook 40-yard line. Wardogs leading 7-0 here about midway through the first quarter. Lillard gets it, drops straight back. Going to have a screen pass.
Great play call with him blitzing every down. Yeah, that's really nicely done.
All right, complete there. I think that's to Nichols, and he's going to go all the way inside the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd down from 2nd and 15. Now going to bring up 3rd down. It's called a 2. Here's an early score out of Wagner. Wagner leading Cushing 8-0 in the game that will probably, for all purposes, decide the district championship tonight.
Yeah, big game there. Although I will be interested to see how McLean matches up with that Cushing team.
I would too.
Coach, I was really, even though it was a week ago, I came away from more impressed with that McLean team after our game with them last week.
Yeah, I agree the same way. All right, third down. Let's actually call it 2 for the Wardogs. 3:51 left in the first quarter. Wardogs leading 7-0. They've had the ball most of the first quarter. Ended up inside.
Braylon.
That's
Good
Riley.
Cut. Good cut.
And he's cut. He's inside the 15.
Good run there by Bray.
All the way down to the 13. So a big run on 3rd and 2 for Braylon Riley. Wardogs are knocking on the door again as they are in the red zone.
Yeah, really nice job there by Braylon. What a good vision there. Good cut to the center of the field where everybody was at or everybody wasn't. And a nice 12, 13-yard gain. Braylon does some good things back there.
1st and 10 for the Wardogs. Ball right at the Skiatook. I'll say about the 13-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield now. Riley and Nichols, I believe.
It's Chris Kelly and Riley. Riley with the carry now.
Around the right side, we're going to have a hold.
On a really nice play, but we're going to get a hold here. And even quarterback Sam Willard's like, yeah, we're holding over here, Coach. Even he called it.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. That's going to come back.
Those are the worst. When you're the ball carrier and you're the offensive line, you've worked so hard, and you turn around, you're like, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Good run there by Braylon. Good cut and good burst of speed to get into the end zone. So
that was from one of the interior linemen there. That was holding. Chris Kelly went and lit up that defensive end and drove him.
And I hate that I did.
Drove him like a truck.
I love it, though. We'll see that back on film.
Yep, and like I said, Riley went in for the score, but it's negated by the penalty. Going to bring up first down again. Ball back at the 23-yard lines. Wardogs can pick up a first down inside the 3, so it's going to be 1st and 20.
See, that's the stuff that we can't get into that. You know, that's a couple of negative things already, and you can't overcome them all night.
All right, Lillard gets it. It rolls to his left.
Another screen pass.
Screen pass. Inside the 20, down to the 15. Oh. Lowers his head down to about the 13.
Yeah, that's a great job by Hunter. But what he's gonna see on film, he's gonna say, "Oh man, I probably had a touchdown." If he cuts that back inside, Coach, there's nobody in the middle of the field. But great play, good big gain there nonetheless.
Pickup of 11 on 1st and 20, following the penalty. 2nd and 9 for the Wardogs. Lillard gets it, rolls to his right.
Oh, he's got it. He's got him on the goal line.
Throws and it's incomplete. A bit low. All right, going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Wardogs. Ball at the Skiatook 14.
Little flood concept there, right? And basically what flood means is 2 different receivers or up to 3 receivers are basically running out routes along with the quarterback's rollout at different levels. There may be a 5-yard one, a 9-yard one, and a 15-yard one. And they're trying to stretch that defense out to get those windows opened up, hoping that one of them come open. He did come open there late. Again, that's one that, Sam will kick himself on that one. He'll want that one back because he had him there. But a play that we can definitely come back to because that looked good.
All right, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Wardogs up 7-0. 3rd down and 9. Ball at the Skiatook 12-yard line. Hand the ball up inside to Nichols. He breaks the tackle around the right side, still on his feet. To the 10, still on his feet, fighting.
Need to push him, lineman.
And he's going to come up short of the first down. See where they mark it. It's going to be roughly about the 7-yard line. The Wardogs got to get it down to about the 3. So probably going to bring up 4th down and about 4.
Yeah, I'd say with the pretty good series defensively, you probably go for it down here. I'm never a guy that likes to leave points on the field, so I wouldn't be opposed at all for a field goal attempt. But I feel like we're kind of having our way with them up front, and we've had a couple of plays that's looked really good. So
this will be a good play right here to try to draw them off sides.
Yeah, good point.
To make that from 4th and 4 to bound to about 4th and 2.
Yeah, because it would be half the distance to the goal, so good call there, Coach. It would be an automatic first down. I think Lillard's gonna roll out and you're gonna go right back to that foot. Oh, we're gonna go quarterback power.
Around the right side. He's gonna pick up a first down, and he's gonna get down to about the 2. The War Dogs will move the chains, and the Dogs will have first and goal at the 2.
Nice football IQ there by Lillard, just knowing I don't have to score. It's great if it opens up, but I got to make sure that I gotta know my down and distance. So good job there by Sam to move those chains.
Yeah, he planted the foot, and he got north and south. All right, under 1 minute, War Dogs leading 7-0. Skiatook's only had the ball for 3 plays. War Dogs first and goal, trying to knock another one in. Yep. All right, here we go. First and goal for the War Dogs. Up inside. That's
good job.
Touchdown War Dogs. War Dogs punch it in on first and goal. We got a guest just stepped into the booth. Welcome to the booth, Jacob Paxson. All right, that makes it 13-0. War Dogs will be on. There. Douth will be on for the extra point. All right, War Dogs have punched in on both of their drives so far tonight. There's the snap to hold the kick. Douth that puts it right through the middle, and the War Dogs are up 14-0. How you doing?
Joined in the booth by Mime Athletics Hall of Famer Todd Berry. Coach Berry, welcome back with us. You've been here with us before, but never in this booth, right? We were due ago.
That's correct. Yeah, it's exciting to be home and listen to my high school fight song, and we're playing extremely well.
Yeah, it's a great start. So, again, this is Hall of Fame week for us, and got 2 new inductees, but one of the coolest things for us is to welcome back our previous Hall of Famer. So Coach Berry was inducted a couple years ago, and then him and his wife Lisa and their family have been massive to a lot of the projects that we have going on here, and very instrumental in the newest one we have going, which is our new locker room edition. We'll have some exciting news in the next couple weeks about that. But Coach Berry, glad to have you in Miami and right here next with me and Coach Paxson.
Yeah, it's great, like I said, to be home. 40 years away, and just to have the opportunity just to see friends and family, but just to kind of relive some memories. There's a lot. I've got a lot of great memories on this field.
I bet.
It's a little different back then, It's kind of a little torn up grass, had the track around it.
Yeah,
So we've made some great improvements.
There's far too many electrical devices up and down this sideline. There wasn't too many of them back in your day either.
All right, Douth that pooches it, and it hits about the 35. They pick it up, and he's going to brought down right there. So Skiatook will take over.
So, Coach, tell us a little bit about you're kind of winding up. It's close to retirement. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about the next few months of your life that's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm actually very, very excited about it. I've served as the executive director of the American Football Coaches Association for the last 8 years when I got out of coaching. And so I kind of represent the collegiate coaches. As a matter of fact, I just got back from Indianapolis speaking with the NCAA over the last couple of days. And so I'm in January, I'm hanging it up, which I'm excited about.
My parents both told me they highly recommend retirement, so I'm excited about it. That's going to be my favorite job.
All right, Skiatook hands it up inside. That's long. He's hit in the backfield. He's brought down for about a 3-yard loss. Going to bring up second down and 13. That's going to bring the first quarter to a close. War Dogs lead here. I guess my glasses aren't working that good. I thought that kick was good.
Oh, did you? I missed it.
Yeah, I was. The War Dogs lead after 1, 13-0.
So, Coach, great start, right? That's about the first quarter, about you could script on a night like homecoming in Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, there's no question. Offensively, running the ball well, have thrown the ball effectively, and I really love the play calling because it's kept Skiatook off balance, kind of in and out of different things, different formations. And defensively, we continue to kind of keep bringing pressure, and the pressure has been outstanding, just like we just saw in that snap. Had a guy run straight, free into the backfield, and so we're playing extremely well.
Yeah, the first thing that we noticed on the very first series for them defensively, a 3-3 stack, and they're just shooting gaps, Coach.
Yeah.
They're basically kind of picking their sides. A lot of it's coming from the field side, and what we're doing is our calls are now coming to the boundary to get away from that. And then the other thing I've seen Coach Gardner and the offensive staff do really well is how do you neutralize a team that wants to blitz all the time? You've seen the screen game, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, and it's and that can be difficult for the offensive line when that 3-3 stack, because of just, as you mentioned, those pressures can come from a lot of different areas, and trying to get guys, especially early in the game, to slow down a little bit up front in the offensive line and kind of recognize what's going on.
Yeah.
And we've obviously hit some big runs and running effectively too. We're running with an attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun to watch so far.
All right, Skiatook comes out. We start the second quarter. Wardogs up 13-0. Skiatook facing second down and 13. Ball right about at their own 39-yard line. Ended up inside, and that is Long. They're going to ride him all night long. He's not going to get a lot up front. Brought down by the interior of the Wardog defense. Going to bring up third down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Staying with their tempo. Now, no huddle team, everything's getting called quickly. I'm not sure if that's something that they normally do, but they've showed it's every snap so far offensively tonight.
There's the throw, the catch, and it is.
I think that fell incomplete late. So, fourth and long here. We anticipate punt, right? I mean, it's still early in the ball game. I know that we're kind of 2 for 2 on our with our touchdown drives. Sorry, I was distracted. I see the ambulance and a stretcher coming out, and that's usually not a good thing. But I don't see any players down. So, but what a really good start. So far defensively. Obviously, when we kicked it off to him, Coach Berry had some poor tackling there on that kickoff return that let him pop one, but the defense has responded really nice.
Yeah, it was really good play by the young man from Skiatook, because we had him gang tackled there, and he was able to scoot out of it just really through some physical running. That's going to happen at times.
Sure.
We had great effort to get to the ball, and we were in our right lanes. He just made a great play.
Yeah, people are going to make plays. And when I was at the college level, and this, Coach, the famous saying is what? Hey, they're on scholarship too.
That's exactly right.
They practice Monday through Thursday, and they're wanting to play and make some plays too.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
4th and 10 for the Bulldogs. Left-footed kicker.
Pretty good kick.
Yep, it's going to be caught
that high
at the
spiral
38-yard line.
Logan Sumapong.
Sumapong with the punt return up across the 40, 45 up to about the 46. The Wardogs will take over. Great field position once again. Wardogs leading here early in the second quarter, 13-0.
So, Coach Berry, tell us a little bit about how it is to come back, and you're already in the Hall of Fame, but talk a little bit about that Miami Athletics Hall of Fame and how that's really evolved into something that's pretty special.
Well, I appreciate what you've done with it, Chad, because it's brought us all kind of back together. I'm very, very honored to be in it, and just to see old friends, as I mentioned earlier, getting back engaged in the program, and I'm close now, living in Tulsa, and so it's much easier for me to get back to games. And as I mentioned earlier, you've done a wonderful job in getting us all of us old alumni back activated again.
Seasoned alumni.
Seasoned alumni.
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of old right now, quite honestly, besides seasoned.
Yeah. Well, that's, anytime you're able to do something that really takes off and does well, it's usually there's a group of people behind it, and we have a fantastic Hall of Fame board. It all starts, I mentioned this today, Coach Paxton, in the luncheon, that the very first person that I asked to be on the board was the late, great Jim Ellis.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, the knowledge that man had, he was the first person, and the second person I asked was Harley Turner. One of our newest Hall of Famers. So, you put great people around you and that care about the organization that you represent, and usually you're going to spit something out pretty special. And I feel like we've done that up to this point, but I also am excited to see how the Miami Athletics can continue to grow and evolve and get even bigger and better.
Well, as I mentioned, it is special. It was special for me when I was inducted, and I know today was a wonderful event, and I know the inductees are excited also. And so again, bringing us all back, that just helps, the history and tradition of the school, but it also helps these young people, when we can give back financially too.
Absolutely.
Second down and 10 for the Wardogs. Ball in Skiatook territory. Lillard keeps it, and he's going to be wrapped up after about a 1 or 2 yard gain there. A little bit of mishandling in the backfield. Going to bring up third down and about 8 for the Wardogs.
So, Coach, we'd mentioned this when we were at the dog walk. Thoughts on the new Wardog headgear tonight, the skulls?
I love it.
Huh?
Yes, I love it. It looks, and as you mentioned too, the helmets can be very, very expensive, and so some of the opportunities we have now with uniforms, and as you mentioned, this is not an expensive venture.
It's really not, and
But
it changes
looks,
the whole look.
It looks great.
It doesn't make you run faster or throw the ball better or tackle better, but by gosh, it's a nice, cool alternative, and it gets the kids excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how many alternative uniforms did Todd Berry wear back in the day when he was that All-State quarterback and getting recruited by the University of Tulsa?
Yeah, not very many alternatives back then, although I did get my jersey ripped off quite often. So I wore several numbers actually in high school based off of whether my jersey got torn up or not.
Yeah.
I bet Coach Berry wore white pants and a blue shirt, and then white pants and a white shirt.
That is exactly right, with a blue helmet.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
that was
and probably, if I recall, even some white socks with like blue stripes, the old tube socks, that were popular back in the day. Had some of those too.
Well, I think it's really cool with how this uniform thing. Coach and I talk about this probably more than we should, by the way, the uniform thing. But it is part of today's football, at all levels. It's really cool to be able to honor the past, but yet bring in new traditions for the kids. So the part of this look tonight. It's kind of a shout out to both. The black is obviously a new look. That's a current generation thing. The white helmet that's a tip your cap to the old school Wardogs who wore white helmets. The old school cursive in the Wardogs. You can find that on old sweatshirts and stuff like that. So it's kind of a neat uniform combination and a tip, like I said, tip your hat to all generations of Wardogs.
Yeah, again, as you mentioned, we look great out there. What a ball!
Oh, nice throw, nice
throw.
That is so tough for a right-handed quarterback going left like that, and to put it on a line like that too. That's impressive.
And then I love the route, knowing where he has to be. I mean, he's 1.5 yards behind the sticks. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was a 3-level vertical. That kind of took the top off, and then that was well designed also. Yeah, no. I mean, just again, this facility that we're in right now is so impressive. I mean, there's so many things that y'all have done here, and you took me on a tour of the locker room at one point in time down there, and just what a great thing for these young people, and these are things that last.
Absolutely. Good feet there, good cut by
All
Hunter.
right, Hunter Nichols, he's down inside the 15, down to the 10, on his feet down to the 7 almost. Big pick up on first down.
Just a great job there.
Almost 25 yards on first down. That's Nichols. He's having a big night tonight in the backfield.
Yeah, sorry about that, Coach, but just great feet there to be able to stop and stutter and get in there and then be able to hit it back outside. I love what we're doing offensively. The big guys up front have really, from the very first snap offensively, has kind of set the tone, and they've continued to build on that. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it was impressive how they covered everybody up. And for so many times, for a back, many times you don't need to have a dominant block. You just need to cover up their face mask a little bit, and that was really well done by the offensive line.
Yeah, it's almost like a screen in basketball. Just get in the way and give him an alley.
That's exactly right.
And the ball up inside, down to about the 1.
Good, tough run there. I think that may have been, that's Chris Kelly there.
All right, so Chris Kelly, not that many carries on the year, but inside, down to the 1.
And if you know Chris, if you've been next to him, Chris is a good-looking athlete now. I mean, he is ripped to shreds. He's a 220-pound kid that's physical, and Chris Kelly, his body was made to play football, and he's a fun one to watch play.
All right, second and goal for the Wardogs. Ball at the 1.
Same play.
And he's just going to power his way into the touchdown. He was not be denied.
Great effort there by Chris.
Good run right there by Chris, and the Wardogs go up 19-0. 7:18 left till halftime. Wardogs starting to take control of this one.
Yeah, we don't want to apologize for that either.
No.
This is great.
Great physical running by the running backs.
Yeah.
They've done a wonderful job keeping their pad level down and running behind their pads.
Wardogs come out in a little bit of a spread look here on the extra point.
Yeah, chasing that 1 point that we left out there already. We're going to shift over to overload the field here.
You got numbers up on top.
We got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Because you had 3 on. We had 3 on there too at the top. I know that. So
even my picture math says that's good odds in our favor. But right there, it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and a pretty good play by their defensive end there.
So Wardogs' a 2-point attempt falls incomplete. And with 7:18 left till halftime, Wardogs lead this one 19-0.
Picture math, huh?
Hey, I use it as an excuse. And I'm sure Coach Turner hates to hear me say that. Coach Turner, newest Hall of Famer, who's a math guy. So, by the way, I meant to say it today. He mentioned that in his speech. He's like, and by the way, it was fabulous, wasn't it?
It
Coach
was
Berry?
outstanding. Great storyteller.
Harley Turner. Can't say enough positive things. His speech was just absolutely incredible today. But inside his speech, Coach Paxton, you'll appreciate this because you're a longtime teacher, and I know you enjoy teaching in the classroom. But he talked about he's more proud of the relationships he has with actually his students that he touched in the classroom, and he taught math. And I meant to come up there and follow that, and I'm like, a math teacher who coaches today, athletic directors call them unicorns because they don't come around very often. Yeah. But wow, what a fun day it was today for those people, and we're going to be able. I'm actually going to sneak down here with about 3 minutes left to help honor them at halftime, and I'm going to let you and Coach Berry take us to half. But just such a fun day. It's a busy day. It's a long day, but man, the payoff of it is really special.
All right, good kick coverage right there by the War Dogs, and Skiatook will take over. 1st and 10, ball at their own 22-yard line.
It was a great day, Chad. Congratulations to you and everyone else on the board. It was a fantastic day. And you're right, there's not a lot of coaches that are also math teachers, as you mentioned, although I would suggest to you that in the current collegiate environment with name, image, and likeness and the dollars that they're talking about, coaches are having to get used to being good mathematicians now.
That's fun. That's a great comment. Coach Paxton, you're kind of like me. You're kind of a football, historian, and you love the new and nuance. We could set up here with Coach Berry for 8 hours after this game's over and talk nothing but NIL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know you'd be like me. You'd be eating it up with all these questions. So it's actually fascinating of what's going on in the collegiate game and how it's changed. So I know you can't do it, but do your best, Coach Berry, to give us a synopsis of kind of where the college game is now, some of the new rules that have come into play through the AFCA.
Yeah, it's pretty much insanity. As coaches, we've always loved the scholastic model and recruiting high school players and so on. And as we all know, with kind of what happened with the Supreme Court ruling of a couple years ago, in the Alston case, and then with the state of California in particular, passing their name, image, and likeness, the NIL piece, it's kind of become a pay for play and nice play.
Picked off.
Nice play.
David Homer Jr.
Homer down the
got a good wall.
Going to cut back. He's going to get
great job
inside the 5. Homer coming over from his safety position, picks one off. The War Dogs are knocking on the door again. Going to be 1st and goal. We'll see where they spot. Looks like they're right about the 5-yard line.
Go right ahead, Coach. Sorry about the big play there.
No, that was a great play. As a matter of fact, in college, that'd be a great NIL payday.
There you go. Nice transition.
Yeah, I thought a little segue into.
Yeah.
No, that was a fantastic play. Went up high. Caught the ball with his hands, what you love to see a defensive back do, so great play. But,
and I love to see the black jerseys immediately go to the offense and go to find somebody to block. Had a great wall down the sideline.
That is true.
Loved it.
And no illegal blocks, which is you had a big play, and you'd like to maintain that big play by not having a penalty that sets you back.
All right, 1st and goal for the War Dogs. Inside, looks like about the 3, around the right side.
Braylon.
That's going to be a touchdown. That's Riley.
Yeah, just really we've inserted our dominance up front already. Yep. I mean, that right there, they were pushed back 2 and 3 yards into the end zone. So, sorry, Coach, go right ahead on that conversation on NIL.
Yeah, we as coaches, we would love to have the scholastic model. That's my job, to kind of represent the coaches at these NCAA meetings. And unfortunately, we've introduced agents and boosters, quite honestly, like back in the 70s whenever I was coming out. And anytime that you do that, then some nefarious things happen, and we're seeing that all across the country where boosters are buying players, sometimes the ones the coaches don't even want, quite honestly.
Wow. I mean, can you imagine, Coach Paxton, the stuff that you just cringe about thinking it's open season right now.
That's exactly right. And with the transfer portal the way that it is, then you have obviously boosters, coaches, agents all trying to get their players in better positions at different places, and there's no transparency. So someone might tell you that they have a Chick-fil-A deal when I don't mean to pick on Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A, but
as we all do.
Yeah, I get tired of the all the auto dealers are the ones that always tend to get recognized in this, but. No, but you don't even know if it's true. But the agent's telling you, hey, they're giving you this, amount of money. Had a coach last year talk to me about, he had a player come in, a great young quarterback, and quarterback said, hey, I'm thinking about getting into the portal and transferring. And he said, why is that? I thought you loved it here. And he goes, well, I do, but my NIL entity, not a booster, basically a corporate entity, wanted him to transfer to a bigger market.
Wow.
And so you kind of have some of those kind of things going on too, where players aren't leaving for all the, because they don't like where they're at. That culture and family, it's kind of going out the window. And, most of us got into coaching because, let you finish this one here.
Well, this is just the one. If there's been any negative so far in the first half, it's
the kick coverage returns. Yeah, that's two big returns they've had. They run that one all the way out across the 50. Skiatook will take over at the Wardog 49. I think really Skiatook still looking for their first down of the night.
Yeah.
That was back to the field, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and then, what really, and this is where I know I'm getting a little older, is the thing that NIL has done is it's really taken away any sense of loyalty anymore. So, I know there's still those kids that grow up and they dream of playing, in this state for the University of Oklahoma or Oklahoma State or the University of Texas if you're in Texas. I know some of that's still there, but, money is taking away loyalty in college football.
Yeah, not only to maybe the school that you grew up loving, as you mentioned, but there's no loyalty to the teammates, to the coaches, to even, quite honestly, I'm hearing this from our coaches too, to putting in kind of the sweat equity that's required in order to become a better player.
Wow.
Sometimes it's just easier to go, okay, well, I'm not playing as much as I want, and so instead of putting in that equity that you need to in order to be a good player, it's like easier to transfer someplace else.
Yeah.
Or to go
Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And then my brother was Joe. Okay. All right, we're back. We had some audio problems there. Thank you to Mr. David Frazier. He came up, got everything fixed. Skiatook did pick up their first down of the first half. They have the ball right at their own 40-yard line. 1:35 left till halftime. So we're visiting here with Coach Todd Berry and talking about some old times here at Robertson Field.
Yeah, it's some great memories, as I mentioned earlier, and I really want to grab Chad because obviously we lost audio whenever he went down, and I suspect that he's behind it. I think he might have sabotaged us.
Been an impressive first half for the Wardogs. They lead this one 33-0. They've scored a touchdown on every possession. The Wardogs have been able to take a couple of turnovers and turn those into points as well.
It'd be really nice here. Obviously, it's third down. Maybe have a chance to get the ball back and do something with it. But certainly to try to hold them in this, not let them get any momentum going in at half.
I think the Wardogs do have all 3 timeouts remaining. 1:35 left till halftime. Third down and 5.
This is the old Jerry Rice formation out there where you had 3 receivers stacked.
He's going to be brought down. It's going to bring fourth down, and going to bring fourth down at about 4 for the Bulldogs. You really got to figure they are going to punt here because otherwise you're going to be giving the ball back to the Wardogs. Nope, they're going to go quick again.
It's kind of interesting.
Surprised the Wardogs didn't maybe use a timeout right there to try to stop the clock. Now they're going to send some guys out.
Now let's see if they use a timeout. Get into punt formation. Up 33-0, though. I can certainly understand feeling good about where they're at this point in time. And Skiatook called timeout.
Must not be able to get everybody on the field that they wanted.
Still, stop the clock and almost kind of take the, run the guy out there late and take the 5-yard penalty.
You didn't want to keep running.
Yeah, the timeout is interesting.
So it's homecoming here at Mama High School. Hall of Fame weekend as we inducted Mr. Harley Turner, also the state champion girls golf teams of 1989 and 1990, which was maybe a little unusual. Both years, the same 6 girls.
That's incredible. You're right to have back-to-back like that, and again to have that kind of continuity. And it was great meeting those young ladies today. And I say young ladies because they're certainly young to me, but it was enjoyable meeting them.
All right, 1 minute on the clock till halftime. Skiatook is going to line up to punt. Wardogs have 1 receiver deep. He's standing about the 25. That's Sumapong, I believe.
Yeah, we're in punt safe to make sure we don't have a fake punt here.
And he drops it.
Dropped it.
The Wardogs going to fall on it back at the 31-yard line.
See what our 2-minute drill's like here now.
So Wardogs will take over. 54 seconds left till halftime. Wardogs up 33-0, but really it wasn't about snap. I think punter just went to kicking and
that's
dropped
exactly
the ball.
Yep.
And that's like the third turnover. The first 2 have been very costly for Skiatook. Wardogs going to take over. Ball at the Skiatook 32-yard line. 54 seconds left till half. All right, Wardogs come out. 2 receivers either side.
Oh my, they're misaligned. They called timeout. Yeah, they had a numbers problem again. A pitcher math. That's from what I understand with Chad. They had a numbers problem there.
Skiatook does take a timeout. 54 seconds left till half. Wardogs in control of this one. 33-0 so far. Been all Wardogs on the opening kick.
I can say that because my wife's from pitcher. Okay, so
you send those messages to attention Mr. Coach Todd Berry
at amca.com. Pitcher's a wonderful talent. I enjoyed meeting all those people with my wife over the last 41 years.
All right, Wardogs back out. Again, Wardogs 2 receivers either side. Nichols in the backfield with Lillard.
Yeah, similar formation, but wide receiver splits are much narrower than what they were last time, where they were wide split.
Lillard gets it, drops straight back, throws it, caught out there. He's going to be out of bounds. Clock should stop. Good route right there. That is Riley on the catch. He's going to pick up about 7 on first down. Going to bring up second down and 3. 49 seconds left till half. Wardogs trying to take a bobbled punt draw really.
Certainly enough time on the clock here, and this
Definitely
is a great situation here with second down and short, because this is truly a waste down. You got a couple more downs to be able to make a first, and so you don't have to get it all. Don't need to sack. Good throwaway.
Good job right there. And actually, Wardog came back, almost made an attempt to catch it there. That will stop the clock, though. We're going to bring up third down and 3. Still 40 seconds left till halftime.
Lots of options here for the offense, because knowing that you're in 4-down territory, you still have another down if they want to go ahead and take a strike at the end zone, or even a run at this point in time with 40 seconds left, because the clock's going to stop with the first down.
I think Wardogs have all 3 timeouts remaining still. So you kind of have a lot of options right here. Wardog offensive line has been dominant tonight.
Back to the wide split from wide offensive splits. Nice throw.
Nice out route. That's caught at the 15, down to the 10. Out of bounds about the 4. And I can't see that number that far across, but nice out route and a good throw and catch right there. Wardogs will have first and goal at the 5. Littler's done a good job of throwing the ball, really has all year. Wardogs only have 1 interception on the entire year.
It's impressive.
And
he just throws a nice tight spiral. It was a great job again, working to his left and then getting his platform established to make that throw.
First and goal for the Wardogs. Ball at the 5. 31 seconds left till halftime, which has been a dominant performance by the Wardogs. Trips to the right, single serial to the left. And the ball up inside to Nichols, and he's going to be...
Touchdown.
Oh, he gets in. Fights his way through. Touchdown Wardogs. So Wardogs tack on 6 more with 26 seconds left till halftime. Extra point will try to make it a 40-point half. Wardogs set the tone with the opening drive, and really Skiatook has really just not responded.
It's been tough,
honest.
and it'll be interesting, I think, in the second half here for both teams, quite honestly, because you kind of talk to your teams about the opportunity to play, and that each play is significant, and don't look at the scoreboard till the end of the game. But it gets hard at this point. So again, those halftime talks by the coaches are going to be really significant here in the second half. Unlikely this guy can come back and obviously win the game, but coming back and playing hard will say an awful lot about their young people, and quite honestly the same for ours.
Yeah, probably going to see a lot of younger Wardogs playing in the second half, and that'll be great tonight to be able to see some of that. Wardogs already up 40-0 here. 26 seconds till halftime. We're visiting with Coach Todd Berry. Coach, we really appreciate you coming by and
my pleasure.
Spending the second quarter here with us.
Love being back.
Always good to see. Always be back to see the game of Wardogs, and nice performance so far by them tonight.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well. Great game plans, both sides of the football too. I can't tip my hat to the coaches here, because they've done a really nice job with the play calls on both sides.
Doubt that kick off yet again here in the first half. 26 seconds left. There's the kick. It's going to be taken about the 7-yard line.
All right,
Wardog, good
much
job.
Better job there, not overrunning, breaking your feet and getting your base underneath you.
I would think that Skiatook not going to do anything crazy right now. I think they're going to get to the locker room and try to regroup and get in there. So Wardogs lead 40-0. 19 seconds left till halftime.
Looks like the officials now have figured out, too, that those are college hashes, because early on in the game they were moving the ball inside the college hashes instead of the high school hashes. So it's nice to see that they've adjusted here, too, as the game's going on.
All right. Scott, they're going to come out. First and 10. Ball.
They are not going to sit on it, doesn't look like.
No. Hand the ball up inside. That's long. Pretty big opening right there, and he's going to be out. The ball's on the ground again.
That's why they have that play called victory that you run right now. Rather than taking a hard hit and dropping a ball,
now we do have an injured Skiatook player on the ground with 10 seconds left.
Very good hit, though. That was a clean hit and done exceptionally well.
And he is up and moving off the field. Olin's umpire. Seems like he's going to be all right. Good job of that young man. Skiatook did pick up first down there. I think they've had 2 or 3 here in the first half. The Wardog defense, who's played well all year long, has been dominant tonight. And they're going to wind the clock, and Skiatook won't have to run another one if they don't want to. And they're going to let it run out. All right,
There we go.
that's going to take us to halftime with the Wardogs leading 14-0. We want to thank Coach Todd Berry for joining us here in the second quarter. So good to visit with him, and we're going to be taking a break right here. We'll be back in the third quarter. We're going to be visiting with Byron Long, and he is visiting with us here, and he's part of our live game sponsor tonight, the Stables Casino. So we appreciate all they're doing for us tonight. So, Coach Berry, we appreciate it, and
My pleasure.
Let you get out and visit some of those old buddies in the crowd, and we'll be taking a break, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes for second half of action.
Go Wardogs.
Thanks, Hope. It's good to see you. This is my son, Jacob.
Hey, how are you doing, sir? Nice to meet you.
I'm
Jacob.
He coaches in Southwest Arkansas.
Oh, really? Yes, sir. D-Queen.
Oh, sure.
Right outside
40 years old. No, it's coach. I've recruited everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was like, turn around. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here.
Well, good luck to you guys. I'll probably see you down the road.
I remember seeing your picture hanging outside the locker room. They put those up when I was in high school. Good to meet you, sir.
Nice to see you. Take care.
Tuesday runner-up boys golf team, Tuesday runner-up girls golf team, and took the 1989 and 90 girls state championship golf team. In softball, Coach Turner amassed over 200 wins, had 6 state tournament appearances, was a state semifinalist, and a state runner-up in 1987. The Miami softball field was named Harley Turner Field in 2017, honoring his efforts and accomplishments for the Lady Wardog softball team. Another round of applause for Coach Harley Turner.
You need to come down with No.
Also being inducted into the Athletics Hall of Fame, the 1989 and 90 Miami High School girls golf team. These teams were both comprised of the same 6 ladies: Shauna Fitzgibbons-Geiger, Jennifer Gatewood Davis, Jan Caney Dominguez, Lauren Willard, Paige Parrott, and Cassie Sly. These ladies won back-to-back state championships in 1989 and 90. Both state championships took place at Lake Hensler Golf Club in Oklahoma City. The team placed in every tournament they played in during those 2 years and won the 89 and 90 regional championships on their way to both state titles. The same group were also state runner-up in 1987 and finished 3rd in 1988. Both Parrott and Sly were all state golfers, and Parrott was the individual state championship in all classes in 1990. Please help us congratulate Coach Turner
that
and
roll of tape and
1989 girls golf team and welcome them into the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame. Please welcome to the field the Miami High School dance team.
Yeah.
I know that. Skitty.
That's like my biggest, like you walk in front of somebody and like you fall. Well, I was reading magazines. I know that
Doesn't want to go out there and see. Yeah. I don't even know where she's sitting at. Hello? Where are you sitting at? Yes. Waving right now. Alright, well, I'm gonna come down. Alright, love you.
Now please welcome to the field the Miami High School Cheer Squad.
Good luck, Tom, in there. Huh? Yeah. You know, the salon by the library shop? You know, Joe Walter and Anderson? That's her shop. They all three like own it partly. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Miami High School Wardog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Casey Riley and Emily Noel. This year's halftime show is titled Alone Together, featuring music of David Bowie's Space Odyssey, Adele's Hello, and the Eagles come together. This year's show focuses on the goal of becoming your best self so that you can be stronger when we are all together.
My brother was always
Absolutely. Okay, big dog. How this works, Byron? So do you know Coach Paxson?
Yes, sir.
What's his old line coach?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I probably should have known that.
That dates both of us.
Him more than you.
I was on Coach Homer's last team here. The last team here was my senior year. Yeah, he tried to teach me how to play tight end. I could never do that very well. Defense, I did all right, but
I helped Coach Curtis.
Good to see him last week.
I didn't know he was here. I didn't see him.
He called it the day of.
Did he? And I see a picture later. I'm like, Coach Curtis?
Oh, I missed that.
He called me the day of. 2 o'clock again. I'm so sorry about you, Coach. I get December 30th. Somebody you listen to us on the phone.
Last I heard, he's touched me.
that's where coaches.
No, I don't think so.
Figured out how to be alone and strong. Is it time to reach out and be with others?
Then he think he's following a lady. Follow some girl down the Tish and me. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I think I run into these teams.
I would say if you would go down there. You would come over.
Hey, you want to go with us? Probably here by 5:45. Spend some time at the ball.
He's the best. Man, there's more stories. We got more stories about him than anybody
All
else.
the
That big hat.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the big hat.
I mean, I remember that Rose Bowl bag that he kept that nobody was allowed to touch.
We're in here.
And he was the only one. I mean, that coach's staff, y'all didn't coach because I know Coach Homer didn't like it too. Coach Kurtz would give you one.
Kurtz didn't care. No Kurtz. First came back. NEO, that came back to junior high. They'd get him out of junior high.
It's funny 'cause I went to college. And it was a small school, so you could hear the coaches coaching up the sideline. And it was F. And my mom after the first game was like, they talk to you that way? I'm like, you're a football coach.
I thought you were going to say, my mom said, your transfer.
No. She was like, no wonder you did. She was saying I had a dirty mouth now. I'm like, well, that's where I'm with every day.
That's not how come very good. I'm telling you, I can sit there for 5 hours and talk NIL.
Oh, yeah,
He's with you. Yes, sir. Coached the Army, Illinois State, coached the University of Miami, one head coach there.
Well, Rob, he coached the boys and somehow Teddy. He's like, you remember that Teddy Lehman? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember
I've
that
seen him
one.
up close a couple times. He's like, you guys played him? I was like, yeah, that's Fort Gibson. They moved to our district.
We're like a breakaway up that sideline. I think Kentucky score. Here comes Teddy Lehman out of nowhere. And
Kurt Whitten posted that something like that on Facebook.
Chris Charter run a 4-5, catches the hitch and rolls it, the corner misses. Yeah, he's gone. And Teddy's like half down, he got cut or something. And on film, we watched the film and could not see his legs. They were just above. And he's the biggest guy on the field.
We talk about that all the time.
Me and Nick always say, every time we see a hitch rate, it's always open.
Have you heard of the Brent Thomas story about how they hurt you?
Yes.
I've heard it every time and make you more like
Yes.
over and over. 438, 439, 438, 441, 439.
So there's a guy in our class, Josh Reed, didn't play football. His mom was a teacher here. You know Patty Reed, right? Yeah. Okay, her son Josh is classmate of mine. Her ex-husband, Josh's dad, Lonnie Reed, was Teddy's coach at Fort Gibson. So I remember Josh told us when we were freshmen, my dad's got a kid that can bench 450 and he runs a 4.5. And he's like a soccer ball. And I remember, I'll never forget, I said, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, damn, if I didn't see it. Running that way and I start catching him.
You can coach a lot of things. You cannot coach people. You can either go or you can't.
story of Lehman come here for track meets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, that long jump, how does it work?
And then he tried it and he
Yeah,
won.
they said you up on the board or whatever. He comes like a mile past everybody else. He never done it.
He lost the state 100.
That guy's
a second.
That guy's a good time today with his podcast. And
Oh, yeah.
He is a great time. Let's jump under, coach, and dive into the ball.
Well, she done there. Yeah.
You'll have to get seated, coach. Take care. You don't have to do anything.
Coming back up here? Probably. Not sure yet. Let me check.
All right, welcome back. We're halftime wrapping up here. The Wardogs leading Skiatook at halftime 40-0. And we have a special guest here. Coach, I'll let you introduce him. You get us going.
Yeah, so our live stream sponsor tonight, as we've mentioned several times in the first half, is the Stables Casino, part of the Modoc tribe. And with us tonight in the third quarter here is going to be their GM, Mr. Byron Long. Byron, welcome to the booth, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Coach. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we don't have much of agenda. We just like to take this opportunity to obviously thank our sponsor in person. We don't take it lightly that we're pretty blessed here in Miami to have several people just like yourself and your organization and entities that want to support our kids in various ways. So I want to thank you guys for that. So talk a little bit about, whether the Stables Casino or the Modoc Tribe, kind of some of the projects that you help with the school and some of the cool things you got going. I know, with the sports bar and some of the things like that, OU Texas tomorrow. So I know you got probably some cool things coming up.
Yeah, so, at Stables, first of all, in the tribe, Modoc Nation, we really like giving back in the community, especially with the schools. Obviously our daughters are in the class together.
Yeah.
Young kids, Chief Berkey Bile, he got kids in Miami school system. So, we just believe the revenues that are generated through our businesses obviously come from the community. So, you want to give that back. As far as Stables and, the casino being here in Miami, we've spent the last 2 years kind of renovating, rebuilding the place. Stables first opened in 1998, first casino opened in the area. And so the building's, been around and been through some things. So anybody who's been in there in the last year or so could probably see it. It looks different, smells different. We really, with the help of the tribe, spent some money to update the place, make it a more comfortable place to be. One of those places being the Naughty Trough Sports Bar, which is in, on the north side of the building. And they put, we've got, I think it's 11 big screen TVs in there. We've got a 108-inch video wall. Great place to come watch the game. Great drinks, beer specials. Obviously, Coach, you and I have talked before. You like to eat over at the Winter Circle Restaurant.
It's one of my favorite places in Miami to eat. I say it's the best chicken parm, Coach Paxson, that you'll find anywhere.
And all that credit goes to Chef Jason and his team. They were doing that long before I ever came along. And, Stables, people love to eat there. And lunchtime, we get really busy. People make their rounds coming over from, when they're working downtown. And, we have daily lunch specials every day during the week. You can catch those on our website, stablescasino.com. Dinner specials, we do the all-you-can-eat catfish on Wednesday nights, and then prime rib specials on Friday and Saturday nights, and a barbecue special on Tuesday nights. So Chef Jason got a smoker, and he likes to play with that, so we put some barbecue out on Tuesdays.
People like Paxson, I enjoy people that like to play with smokers.
That's
on
right,
our behalf.
right.
Yeah, especially when they're offering a special. So, but no, I mean, of course, remember last year at Coach Pax, we had Chief Berkey Bile up here with us. The Modoc Tribe sponsored one of our games, and I know Chief Berkey Bile did a great job talking about some of the various programs that they help with. The backpack program is one of those, and so we can't thank the Modoc Tribe enough for that. And the Stables Casino is just one of several entities that fall underneath the Modoc Tribe. So, but to focus on this one here, I mean, it's a great venue. He's not just talking and off his website. I mean, if you go experience it, walk in there and see it. It's clean. Again, you don't have that casino smell in there. I mean, I can't speak enough positive things about the restaurant. My wife and I, one of our favorite places to eat, like I said, in Miami, several specials. It's a great lunch menu. You can get a big old lunch for not a big ticket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's huge in a community like Miami to be able to offer so many positive things like that.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And we're so happy to hear that. And we hear that from a lot of people, so that makes us feel good. Speaking of the Naughty Trough Sports Bar, obviously got a big game coming up tomorrow, they're telling me. So
that's the rumor.
Yeah, a pretty good place to watch
Me and Coach Paxson will probably have some eyes on that game.
Probably so, yes.
We've got my son's got an early game in the morning. I said, well, hey, at least it's in town. We'll be home by 11.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit. So, fun thing, we're here talking about Wardog Football, and Coach Paxson and I actually, Coach Todd Berry was on with us in the second quarter, and we were talking about, Coach Berry's getting ready to retire from being the executive director of the American Football Coaches Association. He's dealing with NFL players, college players, coaches, stuff like that for the second quarter. And then I told Pax, I said, we're going to flip this in the third quarter. We got a youth football coach coming on.
A little bit different.
Coach Berry's getting through it. Coach Paxson's coached and retired for over 30 years. So many great players. I'm kind of on the back end of my coaching piece directly. And here Byron Long is and coaching first grade youth football, Coach Paxson.
Yeah, what did I get myself into?
Kind of like herding cats, I bet.
So talk a little bit about, all joking aside, the Miami Youth Football program is fantastic, by the way, here. My
really
son
are.
Seth went all the way through it and had an unbelievable experience. It's incredibly organized. The funding of it's really good. So kind of talk about how fun and interesting it is to be so coaching kids where they're so innocent and what the game means to them at that age?
So I really love coaching. My wife always tells me it's probably what I would have been happier doing, all kidding aside. But so I've coached, our daughters are the same age, right? And coached the girls on the soccer and stuff.
Yeah.
Football's the sport that I played, so I know a lot more about it than I did soccer. But our son's in first grade, so I'm helping out a little bit with the coaching of that team. And you're right, coaching soccer and then jumping over to football with especially the young kids, the kindergartners, first graders. Their attention spans aren't real long, and it started to occur to me that soccer, and this is no slight at the sport of soccer. I love the sport of soccer, but at the young age, it's kind of you set a ball on the ground and you say you kick it that way.
Right, sure. This is our goal.
Yes.
Over there.
And you try to teach them some fundamentals, and that's all you're doing at this age is fundamentals, right? But with football, you don't go into a lot of the details, but just where to line up. We after our first game, we got together and we were like, our boys didn't even know we were on offense or defense. We dropped the ball there a little bit, coach.
We gotta go. We gotta go back to the alphabet. We tried to go DEF. We're back at ABC.
You're right.
I mean,
my son, who's the quarterback on the team, he's sitting out there playing cornerback, and I'm like, hey, we got the ball, man. you got to go get a play.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The innocence of the game, and, when they put the helmet on and their head, they start falling backwards.
Like little bobbleheads, yep.
Yeah, so, wow. I just can't imagine. But, in all honesty, though, what you and your fellow coaching staff members are doing is really is big, because one thing that is very important, in my opinion, and I'm sure Coach Pax will comment on this as well, is the earlier that they learn that football can be played safely, and when taught the right fundamentals on, the heads-up stuff and how to tackle, how to wrap up, how to protect yourself from a fall. And, and all joking aside, we're talking about the herding cats and but you guys got a big responsibility of teaching them. That's the very first, opportunity, whether they play in first grade, second, whatever, that they need to learn how to play the game and trust that the game is safe. So, Coach Pax, we've taught a lot of football, talked a lot of tackling. How important is it? These youth coaches are a big deal.
Oh, definitely so. And like I said, Mom does have a good program, and, we're starting to see it now as kids coming up through, and the success now here on this level as well. And it starts at a young age, and
well, and you like I said, you look down. We're going to celebrate senior night here in a couple of weeks, and I can remember those kids when they were playing in those youth games. And they learned to play the game, and more importantly, learned to fall in love with the game, with what Byron's going through right now. And I just think there's so much education out there, which is a good thing, on concussions and some of the injuries that you can have in football. Some of the CTE stuff, though, begins to scare people, and rightfully so, but we're more educated. But I don't want that to, get kids shied away from a game that's just so much fun, and it's the ultimate team sport. It kind of, the saying kind of goes, especially at the college level, is, the school year goes how the football season goes. And it just brings so many people a lot of joy. And, again, what these guys are doing, even though we can joke about a lot of stuff, probably, but it is really important. So what you guys are doing is a big deal.
Well, Coach, and I'll add this if you don't mind.
Please.
So, having for a long time, the numbers at community football numbers, they go down. Where do the players come? It's because the coaches at this level, at the youth level, and the parents at the youth level, and this is my humble opinion, have a responsibility to keep the kids interested.
Sure.
Right? So you have that competitive nature versus learn the game, love the game. And I'm not here to be on a soapbox, but I learned that early on coaching sports, very competitive. And then you realize you don't want to run kids away because, they're first graders, second graders, fourth graders, whatever that age is. It's not the Super Bowl.
That's right.
You want them to come back next year.
That's right.
And then eventually they will get that competitive nature, and then you don't have to force it on them.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that's important if you want to see good numbers at the high school levels, is to try to think of those things and not what was the score Saturday, because we're going to forget by Monday.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, those kids are worried about, can I go to Sonic for my cherry slush afterwards?
You're
they're not worried about second grade coaches breaking down film on the next opponent. They need to, like you said, fundamentals. Continue to love the game and learn and grow in it are vitally important. So, a little fun fact for our listeners, if you don't know, I just learned it a few minutes ago myself, is, Coach Paxson coached Byron Long.
Yes, sir.
And as far
Just
as
a minute ago.
So some fun stories there, and we were talking about Coach Kurtz and some of that fun stuff. And Byron, I know you said that you were part of the last team that Bob Homer
Yes, sir.
was the head coach
Yes,
of,
sir.
and obviously, as people know, Bob is kind of back with us in a voluntary role here and helps up in the booth. So talk about playing for Coach Homer and for Coach Paxson, if you don't mind, a little bit.
Oh, okay. So
he laughs first. I don't know.
I
what that
laugh
means.
and I laugh
because it's a loaded question.
War Dogs break one free here.
Break one here, yeah. Sorry.
War Dogs had a big stop on 4th down as we was talking there and turned it over. Now War Dogs knocking on the door again.
We're not getting any younger, obviously, and so you tell these kids now, enjoy it because you'll always remember it, and that's it. And it's the coaches, it's your teammates, who you played with. Play for Coach Homer was no nonsense. There was a culture, and there was a culture that you knew when you came in as a freshman and a sophomore because the upperclassmen taught you.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that coming. That it seems that's where we're at these days. With Coach Gardner and what they're doing. Little old school, right? We didn't throw the ball around a lot.
Nope.
Played defense, ran the ball.
Yep.
Get first downs, and of course that was 100 years ago. But Coach Paxson, I was joking that I tried to play a little tight end, wasn't very good at it. They tried to teach me how to block, but I guess I was more interested in tackling people.
Which is okay. Coach Davis is a defensive guy. I like where you're going with this.
But no, those are memories you never ever forget, and you always cherish. And you learn so many lessons. We just spent a few minutes talking about us coaching young children, and these guys, Coach Paxson and everybody that we got to play for. Whatever, the things we're teaching our kids, not as coaches, as parents. I mean, those lessons you learn growing, that's what sports is all about.
Absolutely.
It's those men and women. Was it a touchdown?
Yeah, touchdown War Dogs.
I think it's Eli Lewis, the freshman.
All right, Eli Lewis, his first score of the year, I believe. The War Dogs.
Good for him to get in there and get some action.
As we was talking, the War Dogs came up with the big stop on 4th down, and War Dogs quickly take it and drive down the field and put more points on the board.
I'm going to say it, Coach. That's the first of what's going to be very, very many touchdowns for that young man.
Yep.
I love Eli Lewis's game.
Special back. So at 8:27 left in the third quarter, War Dogs now on to attempt the extra point. War Dogs up 46-0.
Go ahead and finish that thought, Byron, on Coach Paxson and these guys.
It's not till you get older that you realize that they knew what they were talking about, just like your parents. And you carry those lessons with you, and that's sportsmanship, it's teamwork, it's, being part of a greater whole, all those things.
Yeah. Well, and one thing that's cool about this, and once again, we're being joined up in the booth live with Mr. Byron Long, the general manager of the Stables Casino. The Stables Casino, part of the Modoc tribe, is our sponsor for our live stream, so thank you guys for that. Any people out there listening, you're interested in sponsoring a live stream, hit me up, hit Coach Paxson up or Mr. Frazier, and we'd love to have you up here with us and sponsor a Wardog Athletic Live event. But because of that, what you just talked about and what you took from Miami, the fact that you now have chosen to raise your family here in Miami. You work in Miami. I know your wife does as well. And then you in turn now are able in a position to give back to the school that meant so much to you. So it's fun to watch how that becomes full circle. And if your experience here would have not been great, you wouldn't be here, number one. And number two, you would be hesitant to be able to put yourself out there in your organization to sponsor something. So I think it's really neat that our homegrown people continue to want to live here and raise their family here, work here, and then in turn be able to give back to the community that gave back to them when they were in your position.
And it's always our pleasure. You hear a lot of negative in the world today about, this, everything, communities. It's only whatever, we as citizens make it. And so we just, sports, anything we want to do, anything we want our kids to be involved in takes hours of, people got to volunteer and it takes dollars, so that's what community is.
Well, we appreciate that because what that does when you're sponsoring a Wardog TV live stream event, you're sponsoring our students that are learning real life. I'm looking over at our students right now. I see Ava and I see Parker, and they're just locked in and doing their jobs. And Kiara Richards downstairs, and I saw the other Ava downstairs. And what you're giving back to is you're supporting the student digital media team and allowing them to be able to continue to grow and learn in this area. So it's going to a good cause.
No doubt.
We're not taking it buying Wardog TV Team Jordans up here. I mean, it's going back to our kids. So Well, Byron, we got about a little bit over half the quarter left. Let's just watch some ball and let's talk some ball together. Can we do that?
Sure.
Go ahead, Pax.
All right. Skiatook takes over first and 10 after the Wardogs score. Wardogs now up 47-0. And the Wardog defense has really dominated this ball game tonight. Really, it's just a defense that's really, even though Cushing scored some points, this defense has played pretty well all year long.
Absolutely. Played well last week.
Yes.
Against an incredibly talented Tulsa McLean team. You know, I had a chance to talk to Willie Ponder, the Tulsa McLean head coach, last week, and his defensive coordinator, which former player of mine, James Callaghan, and they were like, Coach, no one has played us that tough. You know, our offense, we didn't know what to do. You know, normally – I think we maybe have a turnover here. No. But they were so impressed with our effort on defense. So, basically, they were echoing exactly what you just said.
Yeah. I said McLean came in, you know, their only loss is to 6A Division II Booker T. Washington.
Who we know can play a little bit.
Who can play. Everybody else, they're scoring 40, 45, 50 points a game, and they came in and scored 13 on the Wardogs. So the Wardog defense has played well, and Skiatook, for the most part, has gone the other direction most of the night tonight. They have still not scored, and I don't have stats, but I'm guessing they maybe have 2 or 3, maybe 4 first downs the whole night.
And, a lot of turnovers for the
Yeah, they have turnovers, and the Wardogs have taken all of those turnovers. And there's a screen pass, and the Wardogs are having none of that. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 17. So punting time now for the Skiatook. And it'll be interesting to see. We'll probably, I would say, soon start to see some young faces on the for the Wardogs. I'm sure coming up soon.
Yeah, you know, I was talking when we were down at halftime there to honor our Hall of Famers. I was talking to our superintendent, Mr. Nick Highsmith, and he's like, you know, at that point it was 40-0. He goes, "How hard is it to coach in these games when you're us versus when you're the other team?" And I said, "Well, unfortunately, I have experience to be on both sides.
Both sides of it. Poor kick, he pooches it almost straight up in the air.
Oh, that's that Mercer sand wedge.
Takes backs it up. The Wardogs going to take over with their own 20. After the Sky took 25. Yeah.
But no, Coach, you're exactly right. So for the positives first, when you're on the Miami sideline now, which by the way, we don't apologize for being homers here, Mr. Long. So we are winning, dominating fashion, and we're not going to apologize for that. Our kids work hard, and you know we're going to enjoy it because we needed a win. Coming off of 2 losses, this will be our first district win tonight. But if you're Coach Gardner and staff, Paxton hit it just on. You love it because obviously the game's in full control. You're going to win the football game. Now you got to be strategic, though. You don't want to have some bum injury from one of your key players. Yep. Start mixing in those young guys about this time right now, which they already have.
That is freshman quarterback Blaze Riley in tonight for the Wardogs.
As we've seen, Eli Lewis, the freshman running back, already has a touchdown. So again,
changes the cadence up a little bit.
There you go. That's a great point from a former O-line, D-line guy. But so that part for Miami, it's great. You're going to work in them young guys, and what's really cool is these 9th graders and JV kids don't get very many opportunities to play in these varsity games, and their parents are here. They're supporting the team. They know that their time's coming. How cool is it right now if your mom and dad saying, my son's out there as a 9th grader playing in a varsity district football game? So that part is really cool. On the other side, though, it's hard because you want to try to gain something positive to carry you in already to next week. You got to be able to get something on film to positively promote to your football team, and it's hard. It just really is. It's kind of a helpless feeling.
There's a hand up right around the right side.
That's Bryce Barnes.
Bryce Barnes. He's going to take it all the way down inside the 10. So big hole right there.
That edge's kind of been open all night.
Yeah, and one of the things, if you're like on that sideline, and unfortunately you've been coaching, if we've been in it long enough, we've been on both sides of it, and you got to get your kids just to keep playing hard. That's the biggest thing is you got to keep competing, and you got to keep playing hard. And you got to keep fighting.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, you know.
And we're going to have a holding call. That good run right there by Barnes is going to be negated. And that was going to be brought back.
You know, the one thing I remember vividly, I mean, even at, you know, I was at NEO, and we were at Kilgore, and Kilgore was really good, and we were not that year. And we are getting just blistered in the 4th quarter, and I could see the body language. I coached defensive backs. Of those guys just going down and going down. So finally I put them all in the headset one by one with my GA, and I said, hey, do you like football or love football? Because you're going to prove it in the next 12 minutes. And if I'm Skiatook right now, if I love football, I'm going to keep balling.
Yeah.
If I like football, I'm just waiting for the time to go away. So I think it's a big testament. It's going to say a lot about you as a player to your coaching staff, your effort here when the game's like this.
You know, the best lessons aren't learned when it's going well. You know?
Oh, that's a great point.
Anything in life. find out who you are when it's not. So.
Yeah, everybody wants to be there for the payoff, but the work and the grind and everything in the midst of it, people aren't really interested in that part as much.
We'll bring up second down and about 14 for the War Dogs. Like I said, a lot of young faces out there. Freshman quarterback Blaze Riley in now for the War Dogs. Try to get you some other names as well here, as the War Dogs have kind of, you might say, emptied the benches. Hand up the middle. It pops free. He's going to go down inside the 20. Going to bring right about the 21. They're going to call him down. So,
you guys, I'm sure you probably talked about it in the first half, but everyone I've been around is talking about these new helmets.
Oh, I promise you, it's been a topic of discussion, and here's what's cool about that. That is actually the same helmets they've worn all year.
Okay.
Those are actually called skulls. Those skulls actually go right over the top of that helmet, and you just get a little bit of hardware, and it zips right on. It looks like a brand new helmet.
No kidding.
Those are not brand new helmets. That's their original blue helmets that they've worn all year is underneath that white skull. So the biggest difference is, if you're going to buy 75 new helmets, you're talking $30,000.
Right.
Those skulls right there, $6,000.
There you go.
So
and it's nice. They look nice.
So the Miami Football Booster Club, which is fantastic, by the way, purchased that for the kids, and it's something cool and unique and fun. But it does have a kind of a meaning behind it. The white helmet is an old throwback to the Miami teams in the 60s and 70s that wore the white helmets.
Yeah.
The old cursive writing of the War Dogs is kind of a nod to the people who came before us, and then obviously the black on black is the new generation, the alternative uniforms, all the fun stuff that Oklahoma State and Oregon's done. So we love the look up here. How do you feel about it?
Well, no, I was when we first came in, I was like, man, that's sweet. I saw, we were in the parade today, so we saw the black jerseys, but yeah, the helmets. At first, I'll tell you from a distance, they look like those old Air Force helmets. With the bolts on the side.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned that yet. Yeah. That's a good eye.
But no, the story you're just telling behind what they're doing here just makes it that much cooler.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that, and the comment that me and Paxton were talking about with Coach Berry, matter of fact, because we were making fun. I was like, well, how many alternative uniforms did you have? And then Coach Paxton said, I can tell you what Coach Berry and them wore back then, and to a T. But what we were talking about is putting white helmets on. Does that make us a better football team? Does it make the quarterback throw the ball better? The receivers run the routes faster, so on and so forth? It doesn't. But you know what? If it gains a little bit of excitement and they look good, feel good's a real thing. I really believe that. Absolutely. So it's a great look. We've heard nothing but positive comments about it. So pretty neat to be able to. We have a lot of support here, and we are fortunate to be able to do some fun stuff like this. That's an amenity, right, guys? I mean, having something like that. So
all right, Blaze Riley picks up a first down for the War Dogs. So the drive does continue. War Dogs marching down the field. A lot of young faces on the field right now. 3:51 left in the third quarter. War Dogs up here big, 47-0. And
Coach, how are we doing district-wise, score-wise?
Let me see if I can find some scores here for us. Had a big game tonight that probably will decide the district championship. Cushing and Wagner playing tonight.
Oologah and Catoosa in a battle in the fourth quarter. 13-10 Oologah in the fourth quarter.
Sounds like Catoosa has been struggling a bit this year with the other scores just that I've heard over the year, but
let's see here. I mean, Tulsa McLean just huge over Cleveland, not a shocker there. Tulsa McLean 34-0 at halftime.
Coach, halftime Wagner 15, Cushing 14.
Wow, that's got a battle going, don't we?
So that's last update we've seen is at halftime there. So.
Speaking of our old compatriots, Coach Rob Gilstrap down there at the Wagner Bulldogs now.
That's exactly right. He's the coordinator, I believe. So that's exactly right. Good call there.
Rob was at Adair for a long time, and their head coach, and had really good teams, and now is a defense coordinator at Adair.
Yeah. And, speaking of Gilstraps, brother David Gilstrap, obviously our head wrestling coach, texted me down there. He goes, who stepped on the wrong cord, or did the NCAA cut off Coach Berry talking about NIL? Because we lost some audio there for a while. And I thought that made me laugh. I'm like,
Big Brother was looking in.
Yeah, when he said, did the NCAA pull the plug on Coach Berry? So that was pretty good.
I'm not going to tell you what Coach Berry said, but he said, I think Coach Davis sabotaged us. He didn't want us up here talking without him. So
that's hilarious. Some local scores of interest. Ketchum leads Wyandotte 26-20, getting near the end of the third quarter there. Let's see here. Afton leading Hulbert 21-6 in the third quarter. Concord leading Commerce at halftime, 26-17.
Concord is ranked like 5th in Class A. They're a really good football team.
So Coach Logan Collier, former coach here in Miami, leading his alma mater there, the Commerce Tigers, and then Fairland and Quapaw looks like they played yesterday.
And that was an upset. Quapaw beat them 15-14.
Fairland beat
Fairland. Yes, that's
15,
what I meant.
Yeah,
yes, sorry,
15-14, sure.
Quapaw had been having a really good year. They beat Commerce, I believe, last week, and so that was a kind of an upset as the Owls upset them. So it's hard to believe this is week 6 of the football season.
Wow,
we're already in the second half of it.
It's crazy.
4 yards out, boy, it'd be cool to see these young guys punch it in.
Yeah,
they'll really get excited with that.
Absolutely. Welch Wildcats leading Gans 50-12 going into the 4th.
Welch having a good year this year.
Yes, they are. Coach Ryan Gleaves doing a good job over there. So, yeah, a few local scores there of interest.
All right, so Wardogs come to the line, ball right about the 5-yard line. It's like third down and about 1. And the ball up inside. Wardogs will pick up a first down.
Tough run.
Touchdown, Wardogs.
I believe that was Bryce Barnes. Let's see how this unpiles here. And here's the thing, when you get to the game is obviously decided, and you're like, are we just going to keep scoring? When you look those kids in the eye that don't get an opportunity to play in games like this, and they grind through practice and get those starters, so to speak, quote unquote, better every day, and you put these young kids in there, you're going to tell them not to go hard and go try to get you got to play the game still. So we're not, it's not like we're running double reverse passes and stuff like that. We're running our stuff with our young kids, and you expect them to go out there and play hard and play well, and that's exactly what those young guys are doing by punching that in right there.
And we're getting offsides on the Bulldogs. So I think the kick was wide, so we're going to re-kick that one. And if you're on the Skiatook side, the most insulting thing on most of them is for us not to play hard.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah. I remember back Jason White era at Oklahoma when they're hosting Texas A&M, and they won the game 77-0. And before that, when it was 63-0, with like 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, OU offense came out and was taking knees in the middle of the field. And Bob Stoops did that twice, and he called timeout, and I'm sure he got on the headset and says, guys, that's worse.
Yeah.
That's demoralizing. So they started running plays. So I don't know, you want to protect the integrity of the game. You don't want to embarrass anybody. Again, we've all been on both sides of this deal. But at the same time, you want your young guys to get a chance to show that what the future is and what they can do and how hard they've worked.
Yeah. Going to have another penalty there.
Oh, we're starting to fight people now. This is the other negative about this.
Yeah.
When it gets out of hand.
I think that's the second time they run into our kicker. Because earlier, I know when Coach Perry was here, we were talking, but we kicked off, from the other side of the 50 because they plowed into Douthit.
Yeah.
And I think we had the same thing there again.
I was talking about the celebration. If the young guys scored, I really didn't see any of it. So I don't think there was any taunting going on our side.
I didn't think so at all.
They kind of walked off the field business-like,
I think that you're starting to see, obviously, some and rightfully so, some frustration.
Yeah, definitely so.
On the Skiatook side. But, again, you want to stay inside the game, inside the whistle. So we just don't want to get caught up in any of that riffraff because, if you get thrown out of a game in the second half for fighting, it doesn't affect just this game. It's another game. So you just got to be careful here.
You talked about that year, though, you beat A&M 77-0. I went to that game.
I was there as well.
And what I remember late is they put in the bottom guys, and they ran A&M's plays. Because that's what they had ran in practice.
I never knew that.
I
never knew that.
That was A&M scout plays. Because they were really so far down the depth chart. When they went in, they said, what do we do? They said, well, run the plays you've been running this week.
Wow. Bring out scout team cards.
Yeah.
I'm talking about OU. I just happened to. There's a big college football game going on in the Big 12. Oklahoma State trying to get back on track, need a win, up 23-7 over Kansas State. That would be a huge win for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
To be honest, Coach Gundy, he does such a good job, and I know we're Sooner fans, but I respect him so much. He needs something positive to happen a little bit. They've been struggling a little bit the last year or so.
Well, former head coach of the NEO Golden Horsemen, Mr. Zach Allen, longtime defensive coordinator before that. He and I coached together here. He's a great friend of mine. He's down there as their lead offensive line analyst. So, and then Justin Gordon, another former coach here at NEO, is the linebacker analyst. So, I'm really pulling for those guys, man. It's got to be a struggle because I know that's not what they anticipated coming into the year at Oklahoma State. So, boy, that would be a massive win for the Cowboys if they could hold on to that lead against Kansas State. That's homecoming for them tonight.
Is it? Well, I didn't realize they were playing tonight. Yeah. You know, that year the OU played A&M, I went to that game at 11 o'clock, and then that night at 7 o'clock, I went to Stillwater to watch the Longhorns and the Cowboys play that night.
Did you really?
2 college football games in one day. We went to Norman and then drove to Stillwater.
You know,
It's like going to the double movie.
Yeah.
Get in one and go
Someone's going to accuse you of liking football if you don't be careful, if you're not careful. So, Byron, one more time, kind of talk a little bit about the stables. Anything you want to add in on some of the stuff that you guys offer, or some of the programming, or anything like that, community-wise? Here as we wrap up here at the end of the third quarter.
So, obviously we've got promotions going on. We've got a Halloween costume contest at the end of the month. We let our customers can come in dressed up for Halloween, and we've got a little contest, and we got some prizes we give out. Obviously, this weekend, a lot of good football. We've talked about the Red River rivalry. Dallas, I'm a big Cowboys fan. We got that big Sunday night game against 49ers
Huge
this
game.
weekend.
Huge game, yeah.
We'll have all that going on there at the Naughty Trough Bar. And the only thing I'll say, and I know, you guys done some reads, but we really work hard to just try to give that extra special touch when people come in. We're a smaller place. We're not the big resort, so we try to say, uptown excitement and hometown hospitality, and that's really what we try to push is, a lot of our guests come in, and almost every employee in there knows them by their first name, and so
That's a
in
great
a place
comment.
where we're just down the road from some big casinos, and they're fantastic properties. We're just a little something different, and a lot of people like that. They just like a little more laid back feel, and a lot of people are just long time loyal. Stables part of the community. They've been going there, and it's been open for so long. So we love to see those faces that have been coming around for a very long time.
I'll tell you, it's just so nice to be able to have nice places to go eat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for several years, me and my wife, we live in Grove, and there's not a lot of choices, not a lot of good places to go eat there.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, to have something right here in Miami that is such a nice place, we encourage you to go out and take. If you've not been there, go visit them this week.
Go check it out.
Go out, check out the specials, go watch ball games there. I mean, it's a really nice place, and you'll enjoy your time there. And
I'm laughing because this place is so bad. We've got flags, we got white hats being thrown. I mean, we're running out of flags to throw. That we're starting to throw headgear at people. So, but no, you're exactly right, Coach. It's just great. And Byron mentioned how there's several other fantastic properties around us. Competition breeds success, right? So, what that does is it keeps you accountable to your customer base, and you want to make sure that you stay up to speed on that, and then people like me and Paxton get to pay off because of that competition.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
but no, like you said, you're a great entity, and again, Chief Berkeybaugh, I want to thank you and the Modoc Tribe for what you guys do and allowing Mr. Long to support people like us through his entity. So, hopefully you've enjoyed your time here with us. Hopefully this has been fun for you.
Oh, this has been a lot of fun.
So, good luck.
Everybody gets nervous before they come in here, obviously, and
We're just a bunch of ball coaches that talk ball, man.
Right.
I mean, I was getting some text messages from some great people and saying, "Hey, you guys' mics are hot here at halftime." So they heard our Teddy Lehman stories, and they heard some of your Paxton stories. We apologize if we were louder than the band. That was not our intention. But I say that to say me and Paxton only know how to push like one button. Anything else up here, if these other people wasn't up here, we wouldn't know what was going on.
That's right.
So, but anyway, we do appreciate you coming up. And again, if you're out there listening and you're so envious of Byron being able to come up here and talk ball with us, you can join us up here too, and you can be a sponsor for Wardog TV at the rest of our home. I believe we have 2 sponsors already full. So how many games we got left now? 4.
Yeah.
So we got 2 spots left for Wardog Football. And then we hope a playoff game potentially. But we spill into basketball season. We do all the home Lady Wardog and Wardog basketball through Wardog TV. Those sponsorships are available as well. So if you're out there listening and your business and organization would love to support our student digital media team, give us a shout, and we can get you up here. We'll show your logo on the screen throughout the entirety of the broadcast. You can come up and join us here in the third quarter. You get a couple of suite passes. I'm sure the suites have been kind to you tonight up there.
oh yeah, they got a nice spread.
And then it's a great opportunity to be able to show your support for Wardog Football and Wardog Athletics.
And if you want to have some fun tomorrow morning, Coach, what time do your first graders play?
9 o'clock.
good.
9 o'clock right here. Right here,
Field.
9 o'clock in the morning. Come watch Miami Wardog first grade football team.
And then go watch OU Texas.
That's right.
And think about the perspective of the football game. So before you lose your mind at OU Texas, go watch the first grade, second grade War Dogs play.
So come here in the morning at 9 o'clock. It's going to be nice.
With a
It's
coat.
going to be cool.
Yeah, with a coat. Yeah.
And then when the game's over, let's head to the stables, and you can watch it there. Like I said, on the big screens, all
that
out
sounds
there.
like a weekend to me.
And that'll make an enjoyable weekend for everybody. So
Great segue there, but to send us Byron off. So Byron, we really do appreciate you, brother, coming up here with us. And again, thank you for your support and for the sponsorship tonight.
I've had a lot of fun. Thank you
All
so
right,
much,
thank you
guys.
so much.
But enjoy the fourth quarter.
all right, we got 3 quarters in the books, and the War Dogs are on their way to winning their 3rd game of the year. They're going to go to 3-3, 1-0. 1-2 in the district, and they lead big one here, big over Skiatook, 54-0. And what's been a dominant performance, really on both sides of the ball tonight by the War Dogs.
Again, we apologize. We know the second and third quarter has been filled with a lot of talking and not maybe not every play-by-play. This is kind of a special night with homecoming and Hall of Fame, so we kind of do something a little different up here. But 2 great guests with Coach Barry in the second quarter, and then obviously with Byron Long and his connections to you personally, Jim, and his love for the community. That was a lot of fun.
All right, War Dogs take over 1st and 10, ball thrown 45. It's a lot of young faces. War Dogs take the ball around the right side. That's going to be a pickup of almost 12 on the play. Coach Davis, I'll let you help me kind of with some of the numbers and names there. We got a lot of young War Dogs on the field right now.
Yeah, as we've mentioned, that Blaze Riley is in at quarterback.
He's a freshman.
Just a freshman. Eli Lewis, a freshman, has got him a touchdown already tonight. So it looks like we've got a little bit of a running clock here in the fourth quarter. So that's part of that integrity of the game we talked about. These are hard games to coach in, whether you're up on the score or down by the score. So we don't want any crazy injuries. We don't want any frustrations to boil over. So smart play here by the White Hat. If that is happening, that's an agreement between both head coaches here tonight. So this is going to move pretty rapid.
Unfortunately, that run was negated by a holding call. So it's going to be first down again. Going to bring it 1st and 9. Ball just across the 50 into War Dog territory. Blaze Riley going to keep it. He's going to go around the left side. He's going to go across the 50 down to about the 47, 48. Nice run right there by Riley.
A good tough run by Riley.
And he does. He's a young quarterback doing a good job. I've been out to watch some of the JV games, and I saw most of those this year. So War Dogs have some good young players coming up, and some good things to be excited about in the future.
Yeah, and for Blaze, this is invaluable experience, being able to get into the game and the flow of it, the tempo, being able to get the play from Coach Gardner, bring it in, being able to get the confidence to clearly audible that and execute it. So, Blaze is the future. And, as early as next year, it could be a guy that we see quite a bit, offsetting with Lillard if needed.
All right, hand up inside. Going to be a first. No, Blaze going to keep it around the left side. And he is going to pick up a first down. It's a good ball fake right there. Fake me out.
He throws it wrong-armed, too, which is pretty unique. So
that's right. Those with the wrong arm.
He's lefty, just like Seth Davis, like mine. I saw that, which is great for Seth. That was great. That means I couldn't teach him anything. So,
all right, War Dogs do pick up a first down. Like I said, clock is running here in the fourth quarter. War Dogs up 54-0 over the Skiatook Bulldogs. War Dogs have dominated from the onset as they took the opening drive and drove the length of the field. And Coach, I'm trying to remember a possession that we haven't scored yet.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a trivia question for anybody out there watching tonight.
All right.
That is Donick Garfield carrying the ball there, number 40. Plays got quite a bit of defensive snaps for us, but now being able to carry the ball and does that well too.
All right, he's going to pick up almost 5 on first down. They're going to bring up second down and 5. 9 minutes left in this one. War Dogs will pick up district win number 1.
Coach, this is my kind of homecoming game right here now. This is exactly what you want. You on a day filled full of excitement. So many different people that have traveled in. We got class reunions that are going on, Hall of Fame stuff, as we've mentioned several times, and it caps off with a huge Wardog football win. This is a great script. Been a great day.
Humble again. He's down inside the 20, so he's rumbling and running over people.
Yeah, Donick Garfield runs the ball.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Donick runs the ball so hard. He's that guy that, we've seen his motor on defense, Coach. He's relentless as a pass rusher, and he runs the football the exact same way. He's a fun kid to watch.
War Dogs pick up a first down, ball in right at the 20, so right outside the red zone. minutes left in this one. War Dogs up big. A lot of young faces on the field for the War Dogs right now.
Yeah, and it's not only the skill positions, it's the guys up front. So just getting really valuable playing time here.
Hand the ball up inside. Going to go up to about the 16. We're going to have another penalty. All of a sudden starting to see a few more flags here late in the game as both teams playing a lot of reserves.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, when you're an official, I keep talking about the integrity of the game. They have to learn. They have to know that you got to have the right technique. You're probably going to swallow the flag and whistle a little bit more than probably what you would if this was a one-score game. But at the same time, they do need, if it's a hold, they need to know, like, hey, this is bad technique or bad form or whatever. So
they haven't seemed to mind throwing the flags here in the third, fourth quarter.
No, but they've overall done a pretty good job.
They have done a good job.
Yeah, solid crew here tonight.
All right, War Dogs will be backed up. Now going to face 1st and 20. Ball back at the Bulldog 30-yard line. Score from the fourth quarter, number 1 Wagner over Cushing, still 15-14.
Wow.
So a tight one there. That one's at Wagner.
Eli Lewis here.
All right, Lewis right up the middle. He's going to go down to about the 23, pick up 7. Because we all remember last year, Cushing, they were like the number 1 ranked team all year long, and then the regular season they beat Wagner 42-0.
I remember that, sure.
And then Wagner beats them in the state championship game 24-21 on a field goal as time expired.
If I remember right, we were in Oologah American. You and I looked at that score at halftime and we was like, are you kidding me right now?
I know it.
I mean, we knew they were good because we'd already seen them by then, but we didn't expect that.
Yeah, all right. Second down and 15 for the War Dogs.
Oologah over Catoosa 20-10 now in the fourth quarter. And McLean just up huge over Cleveland 40-0. That's Eli Lewis.
War Dogs break it free. That's going to be Eli Lewis. And he's going to go 24 yards for a touchdown. The War Dogs score again. Like I said, War Dogs not trying to run the score up. They're running the ball right up the middle of the field.
Yeah, they're just running their base offense stuff. Again, you are not going to apologize for a young kid getting a chance to play in a varsity game.
I think that's his second touchdown of the night. And the War Dogs push it to 60. We're going to have to, I don't know where their record books are, but this is the most points War Dogs scored in a long time.
Yeah, and a lot of that's happened because of the turnovers. We've forced several turnovers tonight. The field position battle has been in our favor all night long. So, that's sometimes those scores get, expanded like that because of the hidden yardage in the game that you don't see.
The extra point is up, and it is good. That makes it 61-0. War Dogs will be on the road next Thursday night.
Back-to-back Thursdays coming for us.
Thursdays at Catoosa. It is spring break, not spring break, fall break.
Doesn't feel like spring break today.
No, it feels like winter break almost.
Yeah.
Guys like me that are cold all the time, but there's not any activities next week. No athletics, no activities. Only thing is football, and we'll be on the road Thursday night at Catoosa. Then the following Thursday night, we're back here for a Thursday night game with Oologah.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe an off-the-air conversation. Was there a game that you was unable to play?
I'm going to be able to be there.
Great.
Yeah, so I was not sure if things would work out that I would be able to be there next week for Catoosa, but I found out as I was headed out the door today that everything did work out, and so
glad to hear that.
That we will be in Catoosa next week, and like I said, War Dogs are really they need to start with this one. They need to run off 4 in a row.
Yeah, need 3. This is number 1. The next one again is winnable. Tough one against Oologah. That's always a great matchup for us. We're just so similar in so many ways, and then you're going to get Cleveland on senior night. So.
Yes.
If you can run those 4, we've got number 1. If you can get the next 3, you put yourself in a position to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you control your own destiny. You probably don't have to rely on somebody else to beat somebody else.
Here comes we about lost
somebody.
This number 17 is giving us fits on this kickoff return.
Yep, that's the third good kickoff return, and you hate to see. You really, as a War Dog right now, you're thinking you don't want to give up points. You've already had one shutout this year, and shutouts are so hard to come by.
Gosh, in today's football, they're very scarce.
So Skiatook will take over ball just in on their side of the 50. I said clock is continuing to run. Once you get to a certain point, the lead to a certain point, that both coaches can agree to do it. So. Ball is handed off, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Once again, we want to thank tonight's student broadcast production team, Parker Woods, Kiara Richards, Sage Tressler, Ava Huff, and Ava Atkinson, and also thanks to my IT department representative Ronnie Harner supervising up here tonight, and of course, always thanks to David Frazier who puts all this together and handles all the problems. And so thanks so much to all of them and the students who've worked with us every night, every Friday night, and they'll be with us all year long.
Absolutely. Do a fantastic job. Parker was with us the whole time for both softball regionals, and appreciate him and everything he's done. And once again, just want to say another congratulations to our brand new Hall of Famers, Coach Harley Turner, for going in as an individual. And then what's crazy is two of his teams go in the same year, the 1989 and 1990 high school girls golf teams, who were comprised of the same 6 ladies. They won back-to-back state championships. They were a state runner-up their freshman year. We got an interception.
Yeah, another pickoff right there by the Wardogs.
And again, you're going to tell him to take it. That's a young guy that's made a play. He's going to try to go score.
And he's going to take the ball all the way across the 50.
Basically, what that did is that conserved the shutout.
Yep.
But anyway, congratulations to our Hall of Famers. Congratulations to our homecoming, all of our attendants. And congratulations to Gabby Raymond and Isaiah Catt, the new queen and king. And this has been a great night, capped off by a huge and much-needed Wardog football win.
Yeah. Thanks to the administration at Mile High. I know a lot goes into homecoming. I've seen things on Facebook all week long, live shots of the assemblies, and just a special week. And, it's going to end up be a special night here. So Wardog going to pick up win number 1 in the district, go to 3-3 overall. Coach, I'm going to call it right here. This is the first of 4 in a row that the Dogs are going to win.
I love it. Yep.
And then they're going to march toward the playoffs again.
And regardless of how you win, whether it's a lopsided one like this or it's a close one, you never apologize for winning.
That is right. Yep. That is right.
It's the greatest payoff for hard work.
Clock continuing to run. Wardogs will probably run about one more play, and this one will go in the books. As the clocks, they didn't even really start the play clock until just about now. Wardogs handed up inside. He bounces out to the outside, still on his feet, down inside the 30, down inside the 25. And that should wrap it up right there. It's a good performance by the Wardogs tonight. Congratulations for the victory on homecoming night. Congratulations to Coach Turner, to the 1989 and 90 girls state champion golf teams. I want to thank Byron Long for joining us, for Coach Todd Berry for joining us. And, Coach, we're going to wrap this one up and put it in the book. So, big night tonight for the Wardogs. We're going to win big tonight, 61-0 over the Bulldogs of Skiatook. Join us next Thursday night. Like I said, fall break in Oklahoma. Next Thursday night, 7 o'clock at Catoosa, as the Wardogs will continue their march toward the playoffs. For Coach Jim Paxson, Chad Davis, and all of Mima Schools administration, thank you so much. We're signing off.